皆さんこんにちは。Kento です。Brand names become generic all the time. Kleenex is a brand of facial tissue, and if you're an American, you probably already knew that. You know it so well, in fact, that you use the brand name Kleenex to mean the generic term for facial tissue every day. And like that, brand names become generic all the time. That's where a particular brand represents a type of thing so well that the brand name itself becomes the word to describe it. Like Xerox, meaning to photocopy, and Band-Aid, meaning adhesive bandage. Now, this is fine when you're talking amongst people from the same cultural background. An American can say Kleenex to another American and could reasonably expect to be understood. But say if I went to a different country like Japan, there's no guarantee that people would understand what I'm saying if I said Kleenex, and they won't. In Japan, similar things happen. And today I'm going to showcase 3 Japanese words that pretty much all Japanese people know, but if they said it outside of Japan, nobody's really going to understand what they're saying because it's a brand name that became a generic word. What's interesting about these brand names is that they were originally from English-speaking countries, and they sound like they're English words to a Japanese ear too. But Japanese people are in for a surprise if they say these words outside of Japan. Not a lot of people are going to really understand what they're talking about. The first word is Klaxon. This is a Japanese word used to describe car horns. This derives from a trademark filed in 1908. The Lovell McConnell Manufacturing Company based in Newark, New Jersey, created a car horn marketed as the Klaxon. In 1916, the United Motors Company bought out that company, renaming it the Klaxon Company. And since then, many languages, including Japanese, have adopted that brand name Klaxon to mean car horn. The second word is Hotchkiss. This is a Japanese word used to describe staplers. This derives from the company, the E.H. Hotchkiss Company. They were founded in 1895, and in 1903, they were the first suppliers of staplers to Japan when they sent their flagship stapler, the Hotchkiss No. 1. And the third and last word is Orbis, which is the Japanese word for a speed camera. This comes from the original name for the first speed camera, the Orbis 3, developed by the Vought Missiles and Space Company of the LTV Corporation and manufactured and distributed by Boeing. The first Orbis was deployed in Arlington, Texas in 1972.
Meet Orbis, Arlington's electronic camera cop, or as some call him, Big Brother.
At the time, there were no digital cameras available, so police officers actually needed to come by periodically to take film out and develop them before issuing the tickets. In 1976, the first Orbis 3 system was imported and implemented in Japan, and the brand name for the speed camera took hold as a word for speed cameras in general. In an ironic turn of events, even though speed cameras had their start in Texas, as of June 2nd, 2019, traffic cameras are prohibited in the state of Texas. That's it for today. As you might have noticed, I don't have the yellow gold curtains anymore, and that's because all of August I was moving apartments and I had to leave those curtains behind. I'm still settling in my new apartment. The set's gonna start looking a little bit more snazzy in the coming weeks. Don't expect anything too crazy, but I have something in mind. Anyways, I'm still in New York City, and I hope to be making more content in the coming weeks. If you want to check that out, please subscribe. And follow me on Instagram and Twitter too. Thank you for watching. See you soon.